I have been, and always shall be, your friend. Live long and prosper.
Set course for orbital scan. Maintain standard alert.
Aye, Captain. Course laid in.
We launch now. There is no other way. You are either very brave or very foolish to stand between me and my destiny.
The USS Enterprise bridge is shrouded in an eerie silence, lit only by distant starlight as the crew moves with cautious anticipation.
Lieutenant Uhura adjusts her headset, her expression uneasy. The ship's red alert klaxon pulses softly, as if hesitant to disturb the silence.
The vessel's design matches the DY-100 class Archaic, constructed in the late 20th century. Hull markings identify it as the SS Botany Bay. No record exists in our databases.
Dr. Spock breaks the silence. Captain, the vessel is a DY-100 class, late 20th century. Hull markings identify it as SS Botany Bay. No record exists in our databases. It's a sleeper ship, Spock whispered, his voice a mix of awe and trepidation. From the late 20th century.
Kirk responds, a question hanging in the air. The 1990? Eugenics wars? Why no trace of this ship?
Indeed. The wars left little intact. This vessel may be a relic of that chaos, or something deliberately erased. Life signs are faint, barely detectable. The crew moves like shadows, their faces lit by the flicker of consoles. A faint, rhythmic beeping Morse code echoes through the air, a ghostly signal from the void.
Red alert. Helm. Close distance. Scott takes note of the life support systems coming back on, as if the ship is expecting them to transport over. Very interesting, Kirk notes. We're investigating. Mr. Scott, Dr. McCoy, assemble an engineering team. I want Lieutenant McGivers with you. Her historical expertise might shed light. Life support's kicking on, Captain. Like the ship's waiting for us. Bloody strange, that. Very interesting. Energize.
Dr. McCoy stands in the middle of the Enterprise, tricorder in hand, observing with a mixture of medical curiosity and professional detachment.
Be prepared to see. Rows of stasis pods lining the walls, their surfaces cracked and weathered.
The landing party materializes on board the Botany Bay, and Scott confirms that the vessel is Terran in origin, using old-style atomic power and computers with transistor units.
In the stale, dusty cargo bay of the SS Botany Bay, Scott surveys rows of dormant stasis pods.
Scott marvels at the archaic technology. Terran design, Captain. Atomic power transistor computers. I'd love to rip this beauty apart.
McGivers approaches, noting the ship's purpose. A sleeper ship built for centuries of travel. The 1990s tech couldn't sustain warp until 2018. A pod hums to life, and a tall, muscular man stirs within. McGivers steps closer, intrigued.
One of the life units is then activated, and Kirk asks McGivers if this could be the leader. The lieutenant does not reply immediately, seemingly smitten with the appearance of the man.
It's likely, as the leader would be awakened first to determine if circumstances warranted the reviving of the others. She also speculates that the man could be Sikh, from the northern region of India.
Warriors of legend, noting that they were the most fantastic warriors. Scott then reports that there are 84 people held in suspended animation, all of varied ethnic origins.
You have a curious way of saying thank you.
know exactly who you are.
I'm Winter Singh.
I will have to remold it to my liking.
I promise. I'll do anything.
Recap. In the echoing cargo bay of the Botany Bay, the landing party materializes, enveloped by shadows and dust.
Scott's voice echoes in the cavernous space. Atomic power.
In the cargo bay of the SS Botany Bay, a hibernation pod hums, its glass fogging with condensation.
Stand back! Kirk smashes the glass, and the man gasps awake, eyes dark and piercing.
A tall, muscular man stirs within the pod, awakening from his cryogenic slumber.
McGivers watches the awakening man with wide eyes, completely captivated by the sight. She identifies the group's leader, who begins to revive and is taken back to Enterprise for medical examination.
Kirk stands beside McGivers, his expression observant as he assesses the situation unfolding before him. Could this be the leader, awakened to assess the situation?
McGivers pleads urgently. Captain, we have to save him. He's dying.
In the cargo bay of the SS Botany Bay, a man's eyes snap open, his breath catching in his throat. The low hum of the ship vibrates around him as he struggles to regain his bearings.
2 centuries, approximately. Hold on, we're getting you help. Kirk to Enterprise. Beam Dr. McCoy and this man aboard immediately. Medical emergency.
McCoy estimates that the man could lift both he and Kirk with one arm. He tells Kirk that it would be interesting to see if the man's brain matches his body.
In sickbay, Kirk arrives to speak to the man. McCoy notes his superior bodily strength and efficiency of his lungs, hinting at his augment origin.
McCoy arrives to check his vital signs, and the man reaches towards McCoy's throat, threatening him with the scalpel. McCoy sarcastically, and in an admirable display of calm,
tells him to make up his mind to choke him or cut his throat, adding that it would be best if he would cut the carotid artery just under the left ear. The man says he admires such bravery. He is later visited by McGivers, asking her to sit and entertain him, rearranging her hairstyle to something more attractive.
The dialogue will carry a haunting, philosophical undertone, hinting that the Enterprise crew might be pawns in a larger cosmic game.
It described a secret project, a program to create a perfect leader, a being of superior intellect and strength. The project was called Apex.
The officers' mess is adorned with a makeshift banquet setup. Silver trays gleam under dimmed lights, but the air feels heavy, as if the room itself is holding its breath. Dr. McCoy adjusts his dress uniform, eyeing the table suspiciously. Captain.
Taking a deep dive, Khan's awakening. On the Enterprise observation deck, Captain Kirk stands tall, a figure of authority and subtle curiosity.
Around him, senior officers stand shoulder to shoulder, their eyes mirroring his, fixed on the unfolding scene below. A meticulously planned formal welcome unfolds, a spectacle fit for dignitaries. The banquet is underway, tension simmering beneath polite conversation. The officers' mess is adorned with a makeshift banquet setup. Silver trays gleam under dimmed lights, but the air feels heavy, as if the room itself is holding its breath.
Minutes before, honored Lieutenant. Yet such men as these gestures to portraits dare take what they want. History bends to their will. He pulls her close, kissing her passionately.
She hesitates, then yields, her breath catching as if caught in a trance. I didn't expect, Khan replies. Expectations are chains, my dear. We break them.
McCoy, ever the skeptic, questions the grand reception. This looks fit for a fleet admiral. What's the occasion, Jim? We picking up brass?
Kirk responds, revealing the admirer of Khan. It's courtesy of Lieutenant McGivers, who admires Khan.
McGivers' quarters, a gallery of conquerors, hint at her ambitions as she nervously anticipates Khan's arrival after the banquet ends. He was a relic, a living fossil, and she was the historian who had discovered him. But the more she learned, the more she felt a strange connection, a sense of anachronistic déjà vu.
We left Earth seeking adventure, a new frontier. Our world was spent, its dreams ashes. We sailed into the void, guided by a vision.
Spock interrupts. The eugenics wars were no vision, sir. A conflict to end tyranny, born of your kind's ambition. Khan retorts, tyranny, no unity. A time of great dreams, great aspirations.
Dozens of petty rulers, yet one would have prevailed, like Rome under Caesar. Think of its roads, its laws. Kirk probes, why did you flee Earth? Khan's voice hardens. We offered the world order, a master race to guide humanity's destiny. Well deduced, Captain, but I tire. This century's air weighs on me. He exits, leaving a stunned silence. MC Jeevers watches him go, her expression torn.
One evening, while reviewing a recently deciphered text from Khan's era, Ilara found a passage that made her blood run cold. It described a secret project, a program to create a perfect leader, a being of superior intellect and strength. The project was called
I'm sorry for the
Neuroblue.
dinner. They don't understand you. Khan Noonien Singh. I've read the fragments. Will you like this century? I can't lose you.
We launch now. There is no other way.
Exactly who you are.
I Winter Singh.
I will have to remold it to my liking.
I promise. I'll do anything.
In the dimly lit briefing room, Kirk, Spock, MC Coy, and Scott pore over data slates, the hologram of KHAN looming over them, casting eerie shadows. Spock's voice cuts through the tense atmosphere. Khan's history is replete with examples of ruthless efficiency.
Khan, genetically engineered, ruled 1/4 of Earth from 1992 to 1996 Asia to the Middle East. Last of the eugenics war, tyrants to fall. Efficiency at the cost of freedom. His rule was ruthless. Your romanticism alarms me. It was Khan's, start of a self-perpetuating time loop that the Enterprise crew has just stumbled into. Scott acknowledges, can't deny the man's got a certain drive, only to be countered by Spock. A drive that comes at the cost of freedom, Mr. Scott.
The ship was a space seed, planted in the past to ensure Khan's rise to power would happen all over again. His rule lacked the usual massacres and internal wars endemic to tyrants.
Spock counters that he also severely curtailed freedoms, and is alarmed at the romantic tone of the humans towards a ruthless dictator. Spock pulls up an image of Khan's dictatorship.
Kirk's resolute command echoes in the room. Mr. Scott, I want a 24-hour guard posted outside Khan's quarters. No exceptions. Kirk replies that they can be against him and admire him all at the same time. Illogical, Spock says.
Botany Bay wasn't a sleeper ship from the 20th century. It was a time capsule sent back from the future. A future where a man named Khan had risen to power. A ruthless dictator who had plunged the galaxy into a new dark age. The ship was a seed planted in the past to ensure Khan's rise to power would happen all over again.
The galaxy into a new dark age. The ship was a seed planted in the past to ensure his rise to power would happen all over again. It was launched from Earth on the 5th of January 1996 and began its journey.
Kirk enters, his eyes narrowed, piercing the deceptive serenity with a demanding question. Khan, tell me the truth. What are you planning?
Khan's gaze intensifies, hinting at hidden ambitions as he proclaims, I seek to build a new life, Captain. To forge a destiny beyond your limited comprehension. A new life. A chance to build anew. His voice drops, laced with an ominous tone. There are other things, Captain. Things you could not possibly fathom. I was the most dangerous of the tyrants of 1990s.
Kirk, his face a mask of grim realization, wonders aloud, has mankind truly advanced at all? Their mission is no longer just to stop a tyrant, it's to break a paradox.
They have to prevent the Botany Bay from fulfilling its destiny, thereby erasing the dark future that sent it back. There is no original 1990s. The timeline is a closed loop.
Khan's absolute rule in the 1990s only happened because the future version of himself sent him back to make it happen. The result? This new, more powerful 1990s regime is the one that eventually creates the dark future that sent them back in the first place. The security officer, his face drained of color, delivers the chilling news. Khan has escaped sickbay.
Kirk's steely gaze reflects grim determination as he battles the damaged console, his voice tight with controlled fury.
Communications become jammed, the turbolifts disabled, and life support on the bridge cut off. Kirk calls engineering to find out why, and is answered by Khan, who now controls engineering.
Communications become jammed, the turbolifts disabled, and life support on the bridge cut off. Kirk calls engineering to find out why, and is answered by Khan, who now controls engineering.
Demanding that Kirk surrender the ship to him or die of suffocation. Please stay tuned. This isn't the end. This is just the beginning. Please subscribe for part 2.
We launch now. There is no other way.